Early pressure from the almost all-change Blues. Terry and Co queuing up. Good delivery. Zuma was there, almost there a second time as well. Oscar. Head up, looking for options. And it's a chance that Diego Costa will probably take a few weeks from now. Couldn't quite get over the top of the ball.
Was a chance he made himself. He just closed the defender down and the ball ricocheted into his path. As you say, it bounced a little bit high for him and you'd expect him to finish that, but again, so early in the pre-season, you're given the benefit of the doubt.
What a first season. The numbers, fantastic, especially in Premier League terms. 25 league games, 20 league goals. Extraordinary stuff.
But it's not just that, Ben. I mean, obviously that's what he's measured upon, but it's the way he created. I was amazed with his link-up play. I didn't think he could do that side of the game, and I thought he led the line very well, and he frightened the life out of defenders, as Didier Drogba did for years. So, you know, if he can continue that this year, it will be fantastic.
Little touch there for Daniel Metzger, one of the Red Bulls half-time subs. Zuma and Begovic in a bit of a muddle, and guess who's there on the line to dig his side out when they need him.
Absolutely, that is John Terry personified, and this is Diego Costa getting a free kick there, making something out of nothing, but a little bit of a mix-up there. I think Kurt Zuma and Begovic both go for the same ball. Kurt wins it but flicks it over Begovic, and ball falls to the forward, and JT does what he does so well, realises the danger, gets back and clears it off the line.
It's a good chance that to make a name for himself. Manasalvas, the half-time sub, but unfortunately for him, the man who always seems to be in the right place at the right time was.
You know, Ben, we spoke most of the days about fitness and what this brings, sharpness, etc., etc. You can't teach that. That's instinct. That's something John Terry does, whether he's fit or unfit. He got back there, cleared the danger, and as I said, he's made a career out of it. Did it again very well.
Oh, that's a slightly soft touch from the skipper there. Manasalvas is in again, and this time he hasn't missed. And the Red Bulls have equalised within 5 minutes of the restart.
Well, it's a sloppy 5 minutes, isn't it? We've just seen one chance cleared off the line, and JT there, real sort of sloppy back pass. To be fair to Begovic, it's way short. He tries to make something of it. The forward gets there, gets a bit of a lucky ricochet, which takes it into his path, just slides it into the empty net.
Begovic had to come, really, didn't he?
He had no choice. I mean, and he's tried to make contact with the forwards, and said it's hit the forward as he's gone in. It could go anywhere. It's fallen in straight into his path. Sidespin it into the empty net, and not a great way to start the second half. It's been a sloppy 5 minutes, and unfortunately, it's now 1-1. But not a way Asmir Begovic would have wanted to start his Chelsea career.
Well. All square again. I know winning doesn't matter, particularly in pre-season, but when you're at the top of the tree like Chelsea are, every game has an opportunity to win and win well. Chelsea have to do it again. He's got quite underneath that one.
He's got under the last two. He said, I'm not doing this again, so he's clearing it to the halfway line.
Diego Costa with the flick. Lost his cheek, trying to break from midfield.
Yeah, he's just playing in the hole where Oscar normally plays, and obviously he's going to try and link up with Diego Costa up there. I mean, Oscar's gone to the right-hand side, Hazard on his familiar left-hand side. So the shape's the same, just the personnel's changed, but again, not the way you want to start the second half.
Matic stealing in typical Matic fashion. game to win for Chelsea, and Hazard maybe the man again to do it. Off his cheek. Quickly closed down. The pass was a good idea, he just couldn't quite pull it off. Confident pirouette from Sean Davis.
Yeah, he's done well there, Davis. He shrugged off the challenge of Ramirez, and I think he poked Ramirez in the eye as well. He's offside now. Yeah. But they've just, that goal was buoyed them a little bit, isn't it? The crowd's got into it. You can hear the Red Bull supporters now getting behind their side, and there's fresh legs out there, and they're putting Chelsea to the sword a little bit in the second half. But much of Chelsea's doing.
Back with Rennish. Well, we met under pressure from Hazard. Everyone will be so keen to see if he can do it all over again, Eden Hazard. And maybe even get a bit better, if that's even possible.
Well, he's still a young man. I mean, he's not the finished article by any stretch of imagination, but I certainly think he's a long way to it, though.
Chasing again, Castellanos, the goal scorer. A pretty big moment. You'll remember that.
He'll be dining out on that in about 10 years' time, that's for sure.
Pass for Claus just about worked out, and now Overclock coming forward. He was bright and breezy in that first half, as was Sean Davis. Good foot in from Ramirez, and off he goes. Generally speaking, people don't catch up with him. It was a good challenge coming in though from Michael De Fonte.
Yeah, he's had a couple of little incidents, Ramirez. He just got a poke in the eye from Davis in midfield, and just overrun the ball there, and I think he got a little bit of a knock.
Sean McLaws. This is run ended by Aspilicueta. I think he'd take a final whistle now, given all the games they've had. Heavy schedule, 4 games across 9 summer days for the Red Bulls, albeit with different personnel largely tonight.
It goes to penalties, doesn't it, if there's a draw, so let's hope they settle it in normal time.
No extra time. Miller, ball on the line for Leo Stokes. Goes again to the top challenge. Tyler Adams, Metzger, another good foot in from Olorena, well done him. Regular viewers of Chelsea TV will have seen him plenty, playing very well indeed in youth cup sides over the last couple of seasons. He's part of this little group out there in Jose Mourinho during this pre-season.
Well, they got their rewards, didn't they? I mean, the under-21s won the league the year before last. The under-19s won the Europa League last year, and the FA Youth Cup again. So, you know, generally the FA Youth Cup team deserve their rewards, and Ola's getting his today. And we've seen obviously Ruben make his first team debut last year as well, and you know, Christensen's been involved. There's a lot of boys getting through the system now, and being in that first team squad, which is tremendous to see.
Another slightly bobbly back pass.
Yeah, in his defence, he's had two shocking back passes from JT.
That's an excellent header from Loftus-Cheek. Diego Costa. Oscar in front of him and Hazard now. Oscar just stayed onside.
Referee just having a word with Oscar there. He tried to run there, and I think he got out
He
battled by
almost dived in.
He did, yeah, he dived in, and I think he caught the midfield player who just nicked the ball off of him. And I think the referee's just saying, listen, here's a pre-season game. Don't start diving in and making rash challenges. We've seen one guy booked already, which is a bit unusual in these sort of games.
Must be pre-season. Nice Terry pass. Well done now.
In his defence, that wasn't his problem. I mean, it was a ball hit straight at Ramirez, and he took his eye off it. Lack of concentration there. It went underneath his foot and give Red Bull possession. But
this
again,
is why you have these
play.
games.
Exactly. It's what it's about, Ben. It's about getting your legs back, getting the old cobwebs away. And we saw 10 minutes of the first half where the New York Red Bulls ran over us and created some problems, and we've seen it in the second half, but it will settle down and Chelsea will get their foot on the ball.
Miller's got a bash, and Sean Davis has another dead ball to deliver. Solid headers clear, and Ramirez knew exactly what he wanted to do. He took it in his stride, and he's found Eden Hazard. And he's kept on running Ramirez. Furthest forward. Ran into traffic, really.
Yeah, he did. Diego Costa's made a run. After the Quarters got forward there from the back, but just held on to the ball slightly too long there, Eden, and they got back, and chance was gone. Good break, though. Good pace. But, again, the legs run out just at the death.
Confirmation of the Chelsea side out there for this second half. Three of them keeping their place. Aspilicueta, Zuma and Oscar. The rest are getting 45 if they can. 15 of them already. Didn't start that well. Cheek into Diego Costa. Nicely done. Hazard. Too good.
Yeah,
and Roy Miller knows it.
Yeah. He's held his hands up, but I think that will stop him getting a yellow card. The referee's got his card out here, but again, Eden Hazard at his best, driving at defenders, creating problems. We saw Victor Moses in the first half do a very similar thing, and Miller dives in, definite free kick.
Suffice to say, while the quality is improving on the American side of the pond all the time, they don't come up against Eden Hazard dribbling at them at full whack, or even at pre-season whack.
Exactly. Well, we've seen Premiership defenders do exactly the same thing and have the same problems with Eden running at them, so it's not going to get any easier for the players at New York Red Bull, that's for sure.
This is a promising position, and Oscar has a lot to aim at in there in blue. It's delicate. Oh, Costa off the bar and then over it.
Well, I've seen two chances, a volley that just went a little bit high and he volleyed it over the bar, but on that occasion, great header. I mean, does everything right. He just steers it into that near post. It's a well-worked free kick again, but the rebound just comes in too quick. Can't adjust his feet quick enough and blast it over the bar, but it's a well-worked free kick. Initially gets his own rebound there, but can't steer it onto the target.
Not quite deadly, Diego, that time. It's confirmation of the second caution there. Roy Miller diving in. 40 different players were cautioned last season for fouls on Eden Hazard.
Really? Yeah, listen, you can see it though, Ben, because every time he picks the ball up, his one aim is he wants to go forward and he wants to go at defenders and create problems. And, you know, we've seen it again in the first half, as I said, Moses, and, you know, it's something defenders hate. I mean, it's so easy when they get the ball and pass it back. When you're one-on-one with Eden Hazard or Traore, as it was in the first half, Victor Moses, what's the Fury got up to?
Almost one for every game he played.
Pat Nevin. No, but it's right. I love to see wingers going at defenders, and you know, when you can see that, it's great. It's a great spectacle.
Just to put that in perspective, as Begovic tries to watch one out and doesn't succeed in doing so, the second most fouled player for cards for Chelsea was Costa with 16, Hazard 40.
Yeah, I mean it's massive and just proves what a great season he had.
Difficult opening 18 minutes for Asmir Begovic.
Yes, I have to say.
That's a good ball.
That's a great ball. Go on,
Oscar,
no, he can't.
the lob was on, but the lob is not in.
No, the ball, again, it just zips off the turf, and again, 2 months down the line, we've said it 3 or 4 times already, he'll be steering that on target. It just ran away from him and didn't get the contact on it. But no, going back to Begovic, a couple of dodgy back passes, and that instant there where he tried to let the ball roll off, didn't have enough pace, stayed on the pitch, and I think he's been on the end of 1 or 2 ball passes back to. Zuma there. Jump at this young man.
We ought to measure it one day. Airtime. Hazard 1-on-1 again. Where he likes to be. Diego Costa. Now Ramirez. Oh, nearly worked out for Oscar. I think it was probably meant for Hazard.
Yeah, it was. I think a little ball was dinked into Hazard, but obviously it went just in advance of him, and Oscar was still at the far post. I think he'd have been offside here had he made contact with the ball, but slightly better from Chelsea. Playing little sharp 1-2s around the box. Movement was better, and not a lot created at the end of it, though.
Throw demanded and won by Azpilicueta. He made it count with a good hurl into Diego Costa. Eight-time title winner now in 4 different countries. And curious experience he's never had before, actually, as a big-time boss, Jose Mourinho. 2 seasons in a row without silverware. The last Real and the first back at Chelsea. Naturally, it couldn't last any longer. A cup and a league.
No, but I think, you know, you put yourself under pressure with that sort of record, and certainly the way he has a love-hate relationship with the press. Any year he doesn't win a trophy, they're going to get on the back of him. But as you say, he certainly put that right last year. Oh. John Terry with a 40-yard ball about, I don't know, a yard off pace, but Oscar, good run in behind.
Mourinho's 5 full seasons in charge of Chelsea. First, second, third.
That's why we wanted him back then, wasn't it? We wanted someone who's going to give us them trophies back, and as I said, he did it in style last year.
You have to run like mad just to keep still, as I heard a Premier League chairman saying not so long ago. Chelsea up there to be aimed at and shot at. Obviously, beneath them have been recruiting. in the summer to try and close that gap. There's Sean Davis for the Red Bulls, who potentially 25 minutes away from a famous result here.
We're going back to your last comment, Ben. You know, if you look at what Man United have done so far this year, you know,
and last.
Well, exactly. Yeah, spent fortunes, and last year it didn't get them anything. And you have to buy wisely. And you know, I think they've done quite well this summer. I actually think that the signings this summer have been better than last. You look at what Liverpool are doing. You know, are the signings the right signings to get them back in the Champions League? Man City, I think, have improved, getting Sterling. You know, as I said, you can't stand still in this league. People will be buying top quality players to put you in under test.
Arsenal got themselves a proper keeper.
Yeah, but again, they haven't improved in the positions that they do need as well. Centre halves, centre midfield players, they need some strength, and I don't really think they've done that as of yet. But listen, up till September they've got to buy some players, so we'll see what they're getting.
Yes, it's still July. We'll wait for the last 2 weeks of August for the madness. Chelsea often get their business done in the earlier part, not always. We'll see. A touch from Davis to Tyler Adams. For the cup. Now, Franklin Castellanos. And that's a super ball in, and they're in front. Tyler Adams nods the Red Bulls into a famous 2-1 lead, trailing at the break, leading with 21 to play.
Well, this again, nobody closes the cross down from the left-hand, so from the right-hand side, sorry, Aspilicueta doesn't get out close enough, and it's a great little dink to the far post, and maybe Olareina isn't close enough to Kurt Zouma, and the ball, the guy gets in between them, and Adams steers it into the net. I mean, it's a good header, but this is a great ball. Aspilicueta doesn't get tight enough for me here. It's a great little dink, and Olareina's just a little bit out of his ground, goes over Kurt Zouma. You can see that space he's exploited there, and it's a good finish. No danger. You can't actually blame Begovic for that, but it was a great ball. There was no danger until the cross came in, and then, as I said, it's a quality header into the basket.
Unfortunate for Ola, he's right in between two there. Tyler Adams steals the thunder of Castellanos for the earlier goal. And Jesse Marsh is thinking, well, I'll make some changes and ask the fourth official if he can just get that full-time whistle blown so I can say I've beaten Jose Mourinho.
And I'll waste 20 minutes now by bringing substitutes on. Yeah. It's disappointing, Ben. You know, at the end of the first half, I thought we were playing our stuff, and albeit it's a different team that's come on in this second half, we've been very sloppy in the opening 10 minutes, allowed them back into the game, and that again there, you know, we haven't closed the guys down quick enough. It's a good ball into the box, and it's a simple run. He's just made a straight run in between the two defenders and steered it into the empty net.
A couple more changes from the Red Bulls. That was Devon Williams you just saw, and more beyond it. And Dom Solanke coming to be good to see. Tyler Adams, high fives all round. Try wiping the grin off his face, especially if it's still this scoreline 20 minutes from now. Solanke is on. Just the 41 goals for him last season across all the various competitions. And straight into the action with that header there. 20 as a schoolboy the year before. And Chelsea would like perhaps one or two more in the next 20 minutes if he could manage it. Off his cheek. Plays with Dom all the time. Ramirez, what a lovely ball. Great idea. Just overhit, but only just.
Yeah, again, it was a good run from Ruben from midfield, and I think Ramirez, as you said, just over it the pass. It was a good sequence of play there because we sort of set it up nicely, but again, that touch and that feel just wasn't there with the final pass.
A little change of shape here then. We've got two centre forwards. Oscar is still on. Trying to work out what the actual shape will be. Go out there and get a goal shape. That'll be the shape.
Do it any way you can.
Efron calling for it, the other substitute who just came on. 51 with his hand in the air there. Zuma will have to close down now.
Oops, but
It could get even worse here. It's 3-1. And Sean Davis has buried it. 3 second-half goals from the Red Bulls and the champions of England. Well, it started off all right. It's not ending off all right at all.
no, again, it's a simple ball. This time from the left-hand side. Again, we haven't closed the cross down. It gets hit into the box. There's a little bit of a ricochet. I'm not sure if Kurt Zuma gets onto it. But, no, it's actually Matic who got the first touch. It falls down to the striker. It's a quality finish, I have to say, but we don't get close enough there. Again, they get a little bit of luck, but you make your own luck in the box. And 3-1 down, it's not going to get any easier against PSG and Barcelona next 2 games. So we've got the next 70 minutes to try and get something out of it.
Hands up, who saw this coming at half-time. Here's Diego Costa. Will be snarling now. And just a word for Ola Reina, who was withdrawn for that Solanke change. It is tough at the top. We've been looking forward to 45 minutes there, but this manager is a winner, and if that's what he thinks is required, maybe even some sort of 3 at the back. It's another softie. Well, get him out of the way now.
Yeah, it was a shocking goal again to concede, and no blame attached to Asmir Begovic there, but we've got to get a little bit sharper getting to them crosses.
Hazard! Chelsea back in it. Super quick. Deadly.
Well, that's 3 free kicks we've tried today, all from the training ground, all that's worked. And that was the first time we got our just desserts. A great finish from Eden Hazard, gets us right back in the game, and just what was required after conceding the 3rd goal. So, well worked free kick, and again, Jose not quite got a smile on his face, but I'm sure he's happier than he was 5 minutes ago.
Great first touch. And the second wasn't bad, right in the corner. It's a goal fest at the Red Bull Arena. 1 before the break, could have been more. 4 after it. It's anyone's game, this.
Yeah, it was a great ball. That was it pinged out to him, and saying, you're right, in commentary said, great first touch from Edin, and the second touch wasn't bad either, was it settled in the back of the net. But just what was required.
Killed it on the bounce there. Effortless brilliance, as it always seems to be from him, and the flag's up. Not going to count, even if Oscar can, which he can't, hoist it into the back of the net. Well, they want entertainment out here. They don't want 0-0 ties, that's for sure. They've got a 3-2 and counting.
Yes.
15 to play.
Plenty to go. I think they got their money's worth today. I'm not sure Jose Mourinho wants them disentertained. I think he'd prefer a few goals in the New York Red Bulls goal, but he's got plenty of time to do that. But as I said, I think he'd be surprised by the lack of concentration at the back in his opening 20 minutes of the second half.
Clearance from Wimet. Good pressure put on by Loftus-Cheek to help force the error. Heffron's come back and pinched it off Eden Hazard. James Thomas, another second half change. Here he is again. Heffron does well. And Ramirez's clearance is back to Davis again, and he scored again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 4-2, 5 goals in an explosive second half, and they have their 2-goal lead back super quick.
Yeah, this is basically, for me, down this right-hand side is a little bit of fitness. Asiliquirta would not lose this challenge that enables them to get the cross into the box. Again, you can see he just doesn't really do enough there. Gets it in. Ramirez doesn't clear it at all. He just literally scuffs his clearance into the path of Davis, who can't believe his luck. And again, he gets a deflection and goes past Begovic. Maybe should get something more on this, but I think it's Ramirez as it's gone through. No chance for the keeper eventually, and you can't believe 4-2. As you say, it's a goal fest.
That was heading straight at Begovic, admittedly with some power, but it's a wicked deflection.
But, you know, all 4 very, very sloppy goals, totally un-Chelsea-like, and you'd have to say Jose will not be a very happy man. at the way we've conceded these goals.
Chelsea got 5 at Swansea in the Championship season. 6 at Everton. Going to need 5 to win this one. Solanke made that one his. Neatly played. Could exchange that until Davis gave it away, just looking for the run of Metzger. Moving off his cheek. Had an international summer with the 21s. He did all right. So sure about the rest of them as Oscar sees a header pushed wide by Carl Renish.
Well, again, it's a good move down the right-hand side. Kurt Zouma this time gets forward. It's a great ball into the near post, and Oscar finds himself with plenty of space there. Gets his header on target. It's a good save at the near post.
Kurt Zouma is the rightermost of the defenders now, and he's up for this corner. It's over Loftus-Cheek. The hit Terry.
I think John Terry has had a little bit of a clash here with the... Yeah, it would have gone straight at him, and he was down. But unfortunately, that deflection just took him past, and they can't believe their luck. And the boy Davies got 2 goals in the second half, and we thought at half-time it was going to be a goal fest in our favour, but it's turned out to be totally different.
Got the full force of the Chelsea captain from in behind there. Asmir Begovic probably had a few thoughts about what his first Chelsea game might be like. I don't think conceding 3 goals in half an hour was
part of the plan.
No.
Not against Red Bull anyway, that's for sure. New York Red Bulls was not on the agenda. So that's JT there, just a clash of heads. JT, honest as ever, going for a ball that perhaps he wasn't favourite to win, and just catches the back of the defender's head.
10 minutes left. Lovely from Diego Costa. Hazard has space. That usually means problems. Oh, it's a dangerous ball. It's going to be cleared by Metzger. And now Heffron. The relative safety of the halfway line.
Done well there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek worried him out of that. Got good possession back. Not the best ball though.
Beaten to it by the context. Knew the challenge was coming, the throw of Chelsea's. Dodgy ball, Diego Costa! Oh, great chance, not taken.
Well, I think you made a comment earlier, let's get it out of the way now for some of our defending, and Diego's had 3 gilt-edged chances. I mean, this is just on a plate for him. I mean, he's a little bit wide, and his first touch actually takes him wider, but even then you still expect the ball to nestle in the back of that far post, but he's had 3 gilt-edged chances, as I say, and missed all 3.
You don't normally concede 4 goals in a month. As we keep saying, this is what pre-season is for. After 5 games, the one that matters most is Arsenal at Wembley, of course. Firstly, because it's Arsenal. And secondly, because there's silverware. Look at Eden Hazard go. Great touch and pace. Can he pick out a teammate? He can, but Oscar can't pick out the corner. Had most of a goal to aim at as well. The chances keep on coming. And Chelsea upping their lines rather at the moment.
Well, again, it's Eden Hazard running at defenders. He escapes the first challenge, gives him plenty of space to run into. Slides a lovely little ball into Oscar here, but again, just tries to side foot it into the corner of the net instead of just putting his laces through it, and it goes wide of that far post. I think that's probably 6-7 gilt-edged chances in the second half that we've missed. And obviously, if we'd hit them in the back of the net, would have been 4 or 5 up, but not to be.
Piliqueta. Terry. Essentially a back three with Terry in the middle of it, and Matic, when needed, coming back in to help, I think.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's Piliqueta, Zuma and JT back there, and got another chance here, Ben.
Ramirez and Hazard in the middle. Efron under pressure from Piliqueta, trying to force a mistake, but he doesn't. And of course, as the serial winners go in search of the goals that will get them back into the game, every chance of a counter going the other way.
Yeah, you're going to leave yourself exposed to the counter-attack, but with 5 minutes to go, unfortunately, we find ourselves 2 goals behind, so we've got to take them risks.
Matic. Easy for Metzger. It's Castellanos who started it all off with that equaliser 5 minutes after the restart.
We also hit the crossing for the second goal, which was a really good cross when
that
he
was a beautiful ball in.
Yeah, I mean, he was just waiting to be headed in. Unfortunately, he was hoping the Chelsea defender would get there first, but as I said earlier, it wasn't to be. It's got to be a free kick.
I think so. Must have done well to get up nice and quick. If Oscar or Fabregas had floated in that cross, would have been purring about it. Interesting way of saying it.
Is it the American football challenge, that one? It's certainly
a block.
Football challenge, yeah, exactly. Well, not the way you want to start in pre-season, Jose, but said it can only get better from here.
That's very ambitious on an evening where these Red Bull players are trying to really make a name for themselves. Devon Williams trying to stick one over the top of Asmir Begovic. Not quite Charlie Adam range. Begovic himself, you know, Begovic has scored the longest ever Premier League goal, 108 yards.
Against Southampton, wasn't it? Yeah, last year. Artur Boruc. Bit of head tennis there.
His way. Here's Boruc and Yode. And again on the head. Costa trying to seize on a mistake at the back. Ramirez and Hazard. Hazard finds Costa. Out of my way. Get out of my
Still
way.
shrugging them off.
Lovely ball. Zuma took his eye off it.
Yeah, that's everything. That tiredness, that lack of concentration, which tiredness brings, and he's played all the 88 minutes, Kurt, and you could see that in his legs there.
And a chunk of that as he goes diving in again. A chunk of that as the right back in a back three. So he's really going to be puffing, even for a young fit player like him.
Exactly. He's a young man, would have come back pre-season fit. And we saw earlier the chance he created, a great ball from the near post for Oscar's header. So he's got forward as well.
Good speed. Pre-season speed from Azpilicueta to get across and cover with Castellanos threatening again. A minute left. Hazard's got what he came for there. The clock very much against Chelsea.
And even the ball boys have gone missing now. Get the ball back quick enough, but Oscar's got it now. Going to take the set piece.
Costa for the return from Solanke. The 90 minutes are up. We're going to have two more at the end of it all. Hazard into Ramirez. Chelsea better be quick. And Ramirez is. And there's Renish.
Again, nice little 1-2 on the edge of the box. Again, Red Bull getting a little bit lucky with the deflection. Ramirez had a chance of getting onto it, fell straight into the goalkeeper's arms.
And another Hollywood effort, and it was heading for a Hollywood ending from Metzger until Begovic poured it away.
Well, I'm just about to say, the coach will be wanting the boys just to keep possession here and keep the ball away from Chelsea, but he decides, as you say, to have a striker goal. It's a great strike. I'm not sure if it's creeping into that far post. It certainly is. And Begovic has a good save with his outstretched left arm.
Williams actually with the shot, and it was a belter, wasn't it? Good save. Needed saving.
And that will give him just a little bit of confidence in what's been a poor second half.
The last act of this friendly seems to be this Red Bull's corner, unless Chelsea can do something very, very quickly. And there's the whistle. The pre-season begins with thrills and spills, but ultimately defeat. The plus point, 22 different players used, good minutes for everybody and no obvious injuries, but well, the Blues could easily have been on the good side of a dozen goals tonight. As it is, half a dozen have been scored. Remy and Hazard for Chelsea. Serious entertainment here though, and a famous friendly win for the New York Red Bulls. They have beaten the champions of England by 4-2.
Well, before tonight, 22-year-old Sean Davis had scored once for the New York Red Bulls. His two tonight may end up being the highlight of his career. early in pre-season for Chelsea. They did have lots of chances. That's well worth remembering. Pat and John are alongside me. We weren't really expecting that in the second half, were we?
No, we weren't. Obviously, there's pros and cons.